Great. Regular expressions are text matching patterns described with a formal syntax. In this lecture, we'll focus on regular expressions. Think of something like you are doing a search and you want to use certain keywords and also certain parameters to be able to arrive at your particular search result explicitly. So, sometimes you may have searched in Google using double quotes, and so that your keyword gets prominence and searches only in their index only based on that particular keyword. So, you will often hear regular expression in Python is something that's similar to search, but you will hear them as RegEx or also heard as RegExp in conversations. So, regular expressions can import or include a variety of rules, from finding repetition to text matching something during a search, and so much more it could do. Now, as you advance in Python, you will see that a lot of your parsing problems can be solved with regular expressions. They're also a very common interview question. So, well, if you are familiar with any other language, let's say like Perl, then you will notice that the syntax for regular expression are similar in Python, and we'll be using the similar re module with Python. Let's get started. So, I'm going to shift over to my Jupyter notebook, and then let's get started in working on regular expressions. Great. Now, in regular expression, one of the most common use cases that we come across regular expression is for finding patterns in text. Like I was giving you an example of search, right? What exactly happens if you Google search for something which says, so let's open Google real quick, and I'm not saying this is exactly how Google works. I'm just quoting this as an example. So, if I say so FIFA is going on as I'm typing this code. So, I want to say goals FIFA right. So, I want to just type this FIFA goals, and I want to only talk about the goals, and the search results will only get me for the keyword FIFA 2018. FIFA 2018 is a part of all my search results. So, that is what happens when I use regular expressions. So, regular expressions help a program match. Google uses a much more complicated setup, indexing and many other things perhaps, but here we are only talking about a quick way of finding patterns in text. Let us do a quick example and use of search method in this to using a re module. So, we import a module called re stands for regular expressions, and then I want to put a list of patterns which I want to search. For example, like we gave the goals, right, for I'm going to say term 1, and then there is a term 2. So, there are two terms, one is FIFA 2018 and then term 2 is goals, for example. I'm just referring to that, and then I'm going to give it some text that I want to parse. Text I want to parse, patterns I want to search, yeah, and this is my search keyword, and then this is the pattern I want to search in, yep, and then I say text. Now I'm going to put a string. This is a string with term 1, yeah, and then but it also has term 2. Let's say something like this, and term 1 is repeated. Let's see, let's just make it a little complicated. Now, use the for loop to iterate over this particular object like this. So, for iterate over this pattern, so something like this, for all the pattern in patterns, print searching for. Okay, so let's make it more interesting. I'm going to say all right. Okay, so let's just say we only have term 1 that it's looking for, and then we'll come back and make it something much better. Searching for I'll do something like this. Yeah, this is called a string, and then in backslash, yeah, so okay, inside this and then I have this and this something like this, and say pattern comma say text, right? So we take the text, and I'm not sure what will happen. Let's see how it works. Check for a match is done some. So now that I have iterated, so I'll say if you find search, this is a method of coming from the library of regular expressions, and then I will say search for pattern in the text that we have, then print whatever you find, yeah, oops, then print if the match was found, and go to the next line, else print print no match was found. So now it says searching for term 1. So if you notice how this works, now we've seen that the research will take into account whatever we have asked it to search, and then it will scan the object, and if there is no pattern found, it will return a none, yeah, and if, because it said a no match was found. But if to give a clear out, let's check out this example below. Okay, I'm going to take this same thing, yeah, I'm going to say list of that things that we want to search for, and I'll only put term 1 in this, and then I'll have the same thing in this case, which is our text to parse. I'll copy paste this, then I'd say match is equal to, yeah, and print the type of match. So this prints out match object returned by the search method is more than what just it contains the information about the match, including the original input, the string that was used, and the location of the match. So now I can do methods like this, yeah, I can say it has 22 characters, there are certain methods, then I can say where is my match word, and from what word to what word, and from the 22nd index to 27th index is where I have. So that is a beginning of regular expressions. I just wanted to give you a demo. It doesn't matter if you're not able to understand the whole thing, but we will see regular expressions much in deeper in the later parts of the course in phase 2 of Python, but this is just to get you started in understanding regular expressions. So we look at more examples in the next class. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you get to practice all that we have in regular expressions, and you got a foundation of what regular expressions are. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next class.